my mantra is food first,
Mm-hmm.
but as I've learned more throughout my career, it's food first, but it's not food only,
Right.
because sometimes food can't offer us everything that we need. And so what makes Timeline and Mitopure so unique is that it's giving us something that it's not abnormal to the body. So it's something that our body already recognizes, but
Mm-hmm.
it's in a calibrated dosage that we really cannot produce on our own. Hi, Serena.
Hi, I'm so sorry you guys had to listen to me babble for like 5 minutes trying to figure out. I'm like, okay, here we go again. Did Mercury go back into retrograde? What's happening here?
We got it to work. That's all that matters.
Yeah, yay. So I'm so happy to see you here. And it's so nice to meet you this way.
Same. Yeah, no,
Um,
thank you for having me.
yeah, no, I mean, hopefully I'll get to meet more of the Timeline team in person soon, and then we can hug. So, okay, so I gave a really, really brief intro at the beginning of our tech issues. So,
Hmm.
what I'd love is, so you have a cool background going. I'd love for you to just share a little bit about your background
Sure.
with the audience, and where you're at, because it looks kind of interesting and exciting. And then we can just kind of dive into our shared love for nutrition and how to support the body through food, and then of course through supplements, and our shared love for Mitopure and Timeline and their products. So how about
Yeah,
that?
no, I love that. So as you can see, I'm clearly in the middle of a weight room. So I'm the team dietitian for the Philadelphia 76ers of the NBA. So I'm going into my
Mm-hmm.
third season with them. Prior to this, I was accomplishing my PhD in kinesiology, or exercise science, as a lot of people know it. And then
Mm-hmm.
I also have a master's in human nutrition. So I am a certified specialist in sport dietetics, meaning I have all the qualifications one could need to do nutrition and exercise with elite athletes.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. And you guys, I've studied that, and I have certifications in that as well, but it really, it's super niche, and it's so I have so much respect for what you do, Emily, just
Thank you.
because it's highly specialized, and to be able to support peak performers at that level, at that elite level, just takes a whole nother level of passion and focus and commitment, in addition to your experience and your education. So much respect and admiration for what you do. And thank you for bringing it here today.
Yeah.
And also thank you for bringing it to Timeline Nutrition, because clearly your expertise has helped them facilitate their growth, and especially in the products that they create. So, I would love to really kind of like chat about that, because I've already given a sneak peek into like stuff that
Yes.
we're going to talk about today. But just so people have an understanding of a reminder, a lot of people on here who already know, because they follow me and they sort of like follow the things I talk about. But let's just give some of the new people who are on here, like what is Timeline doing? What's their mission? Clearly it aligns with us, but like, what's their
Yeah.
mission, and what are we going to talk about today about it?
So the mission behind Timeline is really to offer novel solutions
Mm-hmm.
to a lot of problems that a lot of people experience as our health declines with age, with stress, exercise in my world. So
Mm-hmm.
the reason I joined on with Timeline is just because it's science backed. It's
Yes.
very evidence based, and aside from the fact that all my colleagues are amazing people, everybody's extremely good at their job, and we
Yeah.
all love the research behind the products itself, and I think you've given a little bit of background on it, but it's
Yeah.
primarily based around mitochondrial health. So
Yes. Mm-hmm.
really like the core cellular like organelle that we all need to create our energy, to use our energy. So that's why I think it's super unique, because it's something that like everybody shares, right? Like everybody has mitochondria. So it's super
Mm-hmm.
important that we do our best to try to keep them all healthy.
Yeah, and it's something, people are like, what is your, it's really, it's your battery pack, it's
Yeah.
sort of like your central energy source for your cells. It's our everything in the teeny tiniest little way. And
Yeah.
and as you said, what I love is that everything is research and science backed. And my background crosses different categories. I'm into the nutritional science, holistic science, the research, the biohacking, and also energy. And this is just, I love what they do. I
Yeah.
love what you guys do, and I love that the information is there. So everyone on here, if you have more questions after this about what exactly it is that these products are doing for our body, clearly you can listen to the recording of our last chat with Mitopure. You can go into everything that I've written and blogged about. Go to their website and check out all the papers, and understand what you're doing with this little stick packet, and then the other stick packet that I talked about last time, and the capsules. So we talk a lot about in our own professions about how we can help support our community and our clients with food and nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you've got a PhD in that. So could you please share with us, with the audience, like why sometimes we do need supplements and why we do
Yeah.
need that extra support? I talk about that quite often, but I love for them to hear it from you. And we already have questions about how does it work? How does it work? What
Yeah.
is it? It's so interesting.
No, you bring up a really good point. Like, I'm definitely the type of dietitian that my mantra is food first,
Mm-hmm.
but as I've learned more throughout my career, it's food first, but it's not food only,
Right.
because sometimes food can't offer us everything that we need. And so what makes Timeline and Mitopure so unique is that it's giving us something that it's not abnormal to the body, so it's something that our body already recognizes, but
Mm-hmm.
it's in a calibrated dosage that we really cannot produce on our own. And so
Right.
to answer someone's question of like how it works, so it's a supplement for mitochondrial health, and it's called urolithin A is the
Mm-hmm.
molecular name of it, and it was discovered actually as a derivative of pomegranates, so it's a nutrient more than it is anything else.
Right.
And it's the way it works is it induces this process called mitophagy, which is this natural recycling process that our mitochondria go through. So like
Mm-hmm.
day-to-day basis, just sitting here right now, you have mitochondria that are recycling themselves. And they do this because as our mitochondria become dysfunctional, the body needs to refresh them to kind of have like a better energy source and allow the cells to do their jobs better.
Mm-hmm.
And so the problem is that as we age and as we experience chronic stress, which I think all of us do, our
Mm-hmm.
mitochondria become dysfunctional at a quicker rate and
Mm-hmm.
in a more intense way. And so that leads to this kind of downstream effect of, cognitive decline, less muscular strength, and that a ton of other things. And that all eventually leads to a decreased quality of life. So the hope behind this supplement and what our research has shown to be proven and efficacious is that if you can affect the mitochondrial recycling process and hit that cycle so that it's more efficient, it's happening more often, it's happening sooner in the dysfunctional kind of decline, then you have more mitochondria to create more energy and be able to do all the things that you already do just better.
Yes. Yes. And thank you. That was such a great uh that was just such a great summary, just like very digestible. I know parts, there are members of my audience that have heard it before. They know what urolithin A is. They get what mitophagy is, which I just love that word.
I know.
It's like brilliant, it just
Mm-hmm.
basically says it all. But it's such a great succinct way to really get people to understand what this is doing, and it's essentially helping our bodies re-energize, revitalize, because as we age, and as you said, chronic stress, which is, it's unavoidable, it's just in the environment. I mean, you
Yeah.
could be eating all the right things and exercising and meditating, and it's just part of life.
Right.
And so, especially at the elite level that you work with, this really affects the body's ability to recover from the workouts, right? And also
Yep.
our muscles aren't as strong. And as you said, cognitive effects, there's just so much. And so here's something that you guys have created, that Timeline's created, that is helping to support our efforts. So in addition to, in addition to all the things that you can do between, fasting, eating within an eating window. And there's different types of activities, whether it's cold plunging or heat, and then there's breath work. I mean, there's so many things. And of course, I talk a lot about that here, all the different sort of like longevity hacks that you can do. This is just another thing that you can add to your lifestyle, that can support all of that. So what's come up a lot in questions, and even before I got questions, was just like, do I use this instead of this? So, and I would love us to address that, especially as we kind of go into talking about the new products and maybe some fun offers. It's just for people to understand this is sort of something that you kind of take in addition to, use in addition to, not so much to replace, and then why we're doing that.
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. The answer is it's not a replacement for anything, right? Like, and as you know, you can't outrun, you can't out supplement a bad diet. Like you kind of need that baseline. And so but the difference is with this supplement is that you could have the most perfect diet in the world, full of polyphenols and all the colors and the fruits, vegetables, like, whatever. But not everyone has the right gut microbiome that can convert those nutrients into these really great metabolites like urolithin A. And our research has shown that only 30% of people can do that conversion process. And so you've got 70% of the population who could eat the most perfect diet in the world and it doesn't matter. And that's not to say that they want to get other nutrients, but for this in particular, and this really great mitochondrial kind of revitalizer, the supplement is it's a benefit. It's an added benefit to something that a lot of people just can't do on their own.
Yes. And that's why it's so key, just a reminder to everybody out there, like, that's why it's so key, because first of all, it's just the way we're built. 70% of us just can't do that. And this is helping us do that. And they're really, there are other, brands and products out there, but like, this is the one, this is the one.
Yeah. This works completely differently than like everything else that's out there. And that's why I like it, because it's not, like I said, it's not doing anything your body doesn't already know how to do. This is something, it's a natural nutrient. It's just that we can't get it in the calibrated dose that Mitopure can offer.
Yes. And so this is why this is something that you're using in addition to everything else that you're doing. And it's offering something that your other supplements, your other biohacks, your other modalities aren't capable of doing. It's just this that can do it. So, one way that you can sort of figure that out is the offer that you guys have with your Mitopure challenge, where people can go to the website and they can order a kit, right? They can order a kit that tells you, are you in the 30%? Are you in the 70%? To kind of give you a baseline start of, is this something that you need? 70% of you, it'll be a yes. And then how you can start that process. And then Timeline has created all these different pathways, all these different options, all these different ways that you can help your body produce that. So let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that challenge and what to do, what people can do.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because honestly, it's one of the reasons that I was kind of excited to join this team, was because what other supplement company do you know offers you a test to determine whether or not you need their product? Like,
you have to go get tested on your own. I'm always telling people, you got to get your biomarkers, you got to get your labs. You don't know, but you guys do that, and it's like, and it's such evidence that you're really here to help create change. You're really here to help improve people's lives, because you're saying, listen, not sure if you're part of 30 or 70, take this test. We'll send it to you for free.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a clinical trial that we're running. I believe the website is challenge.timelinenutrition.com, and someone can go and fill out the application process. And it's literally a home test kit that we will send to someone, and that person will drink 8 ounces of pomegranate juice, which is the natural food precursor to urolithin A that we were talking about. And then they'll do a little finger prick blood spot, and then about 48 hours later, kind of a washout period, the person will take 1 serving of Mitopure and then do another blood spot. So then once those are sent to the lab, what we can do is analyze, number one, are you a natural producer, which, as we talked about, only 30% of the population are. And even then, how much does your natural production compare to just 1 serving of Mitopure?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the super fun thing too, you guys. Like, first of all, you'll get to find out, are you a natural producer? And then, but how much? You know, like how much, and in comparison to like how much pomegranate juice do you need to drink versus taking 1 or 2 liquid caps, or using a little stick packet, or one of the other products. Like, I mean, you can only drink and eat so much.
That's the other really cool thing about this is having it in those different forms, because not everybody likes to just take a capsule, and it kind of makes you think of a medication in that way. But with the different food extract products, we can offer it in many different formats. So like with my athletes, I use the berry flavored powder in their smoothies every single day.
I love that.
And it's delicious, and like I love it in my oatmeal. You know, it's really versatile. And the new ginger flavor is even more versatile, because you can incorporate that into a tea, and you can bake it into things. Like, it's completely heat stable. So and then on top of that, there's the protein powder option. So really kind of fitting whatever lifestyle somebody has and their preferences, if they don't want to utilize a pill every day.
Yeah, I mean, capsule fatigue is a real thing. And so we're, you know, as practitioners, we're always trying to find and figure out ways that we can help our, you know, our community, our clients, our patients get that in and get the benefits. So just to answer some of the questions on here, you know, just simple things like the live absolutely will be saved. And, you know, we're a few minutes in now, and we're going to share about the new product in a second. But I think that this is a great time to maybe just do something fun with our community. Maybe we can offer a sample. What do you think?
Ooh, I love that. I think it's a great idea.
So we've got this. We're going to talk about this. This is the newest product that Timeline has. It's called it's a Mitopure product, and it's the ginger powder that Emily was just talking about. And what I think we would love is, we love when you guys participate. We love if you would like a sample of this. And what are we going to give away?
I think we're giving away like two free months. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 free months of this. And you guys have tried this. And this is what I was talking about earlier when I was saying I'm making a recipe for this. And as Emily said, it's even more versatile because it's heat stable. So my recipe will involve a little bit of heat, but options for both. And so what we're gonna dive into this in a second. But while you guys are on here, if you guys, and those of you especially who are those of you especially who are already using one of Timeline's products, one of my products, you know that what they make is amazing. So here's an option to get 2 free months. Just drop comments on here. Tell us why you want it. Tell us why you love it. And then maybe as a backup, you can share about it later on stories. You can screenshot this and story it and share it with your community, something that you love, because that's part of why we're all here in community. It's not just to learn and educate and support each other. It's also to take that education and what we learn and share it with our own communities and kind of continue to put it out there, because that's why we're all here and doing what we're doing. So, okay, so cool. So this is only to the end of the live. And then we'll pick one winner, two. I forget how many winners we're picking.
I think it's one winner.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're taking one winner. So you guys, as you're on here, you're welcome to comment as many times as you want. Ask questions. Tell us what you love. If you don't like something, feedback is always great, because it just helps us improve products. And so just drop it in here, and then someone from the Timeline team is going to pick a winner, and that person is going to get a 2-month supply of this, which we're going to talk about right now. So I'm gonna let you go first, because I'm so excited about it, but I talk a lot. So you go first, and then and then I'll share what I love about it.
About the ginger product in general?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's funny because I have actually players who request like a ginger shot, because they know the benefits of ginger for you know, for gut health and energy and all of that. And so what I love about the ginger product is actually has 800 milligrams of ginger in it, which like is
it's
a
intense,
lot.
you guys. It's intense.
Punchy. I tell people it's punchy. So if you love ginger, you're gonna love it. A lot of really great recipes that you can make with it, and then of course it offers that therapeutic dose of Mitopure, right? So the
Yep.
500 milligram dosage, which is the recommendation every day. And the reason we're doing a 2-month giveaway is because all of our clinical trials, that 2-month point is the timeline when people should be seeing the benefits, like the clinical benefits of, you know, improved muscular strength, muscular endurance, and then the anecdotal reports of more energy, just kind of like more vitality throughout the day. So a free 2-month trial. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's well, and I love that you brought that up, because that's something that comes up quite often, is just sort of like, when am I going to feel results? People
Yes.
think that they're going to feel something the next day. Some people may, you know, and some people might feel incredible benefits after 3 days or a week or 10 days. What's really important to keep in mind is what has been clinically shown and proven, and that's sort of like, that's your guideline. If you happen to feel it before then, amazing, you know, go you, right? And if it takes maybe a week over 2 months, that's possible too, because we're all individuals, and we're all, you know, we're all different. We've got our own systems, and so that is a recommended time frame, and that's a great sort of guide. And so it's great. I think it's so generous of you guys, because on top of it, you guys get to go and get your kit. So I think that that's something, it's everyone on here. I mean, I would really, if you haven't done it yet, and I don't think I've emphasized it enough, and I'm doing so now, is see if you're in the 30% or the 70%, and see how much, you know, your body is able to make on its own. And then you have a sense of how much you need. And that might oscillate with your lifestyle. And if you're going to go train for a marathon, it might be different than if you're just every day, sort of like daily support. But go sign up and get your kit and see where you're at. It's just always important to be informed. I'm big on data and information. And then it looks like there's a lot of people here that really want to try it. I saw a comment about how things were sold out. I'm not sure what was sold out.
The protein powder, yeah, there's a bit of a protein powder shortage across the country right now with many different brands. So that's something that hits us too, but we're working on getting it back, and we should have it back in stock pretty soon.
Amazing. And then what's great is that in the in-between, you can still get the berry, you can still get clearly this. And you might be selected as someone who gets a 2-month supply, and play with it and try out all the things. And I'm also obviously making a couple recipes, playing with it. And so I'll share that as well on my channels, and it will be shared on Timeline's channels as well. And you guys can play with that with the ginger, this I want to say ginger something else, but really it's ginger. There's other things in it though. Yeah. So there's a little bit of lemon. Yeah, there's a little bit of lemon, a little bit of mango, a little bit of banana. And so just be mindful if you have any sort of food intolerances, you know, or allergies and such, then just be mindful to always check. But really just sort of taste the ginger, and it is punchy. It's kind of sassy. I like it. But what's great is you can also mix it in with other things. My recipe will show you that. So you can tone it down, and it makes for a really, really amazing meal. And it's sort of perfect as we roll into fall and winter. Well, we're kind of in fall. It's October. So we're in fall and winter. I can't believe it. I thought it was summer a second ago. And so the recipe that I have for you guys is sort of perfect as a warm fall winter start to your day. So yeah, so that's it. Do you guys have any more questions? Let's see. Are you guys, we're not going to announce you guys, so Timeline is going to pick a winner. You'll get a reach out. Are you going to reach out via Instagram? Probably, because this is you're using the handle. So you guys stay tuned, check your direct messages. Oh, Robin, yes, in pumpkin soup. That's a really good idea. I actually haven't tried that, Robin. That's a really good idea. I'm baking breakfast, but you know, why not? Because I don't really actually do breakfast. I fast, so but I can do breakfast later in the day.
Well, and hey, you bring up an interesting point with the Mitopure. There's no need that it needs to be taken with breakfast or taken without food or anything like that. So you could work it into any meal a day. Just like consistency of timing is more important, because it's got a half-life in the body of 24 hours. So just, it could be a dinner every day. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so it's, again, that's such a great point, and something we practitioners often say, which is it's really about consistency. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
about consistency. It's about doing what it is that you need to do for you, for your body, for your health, your longevity, and also the health of your relationships as well. Because as you feel better, you know, you show up better and you're able to help your community and help the people around you as well. So Timeline says, we will announce the winner in our stories. Okay, so you guys stay tuned. If you don't already follow Timeline Nutrition, you should be. And I encourage you to do it now. Scott's asked several times, what is the sugar? It's total sugar 0. Go ahead and let me take a look at this. Is it blurry? Sorry. But it's total sugar 0. So yes, it is diabetic friendly. That also came up in one of the comments. So it's an excellent product. You guys know me. I align with those that are in alignment with my mission and what I believe. And I love you guys. You guys are amazing. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for sharing just your wisdom and knowledge. And is there anything else that you'd love to share with our community before we, zero sugar works? Yes, zero sugar does work. Yep. Always, yeah.
No, I would just, like you said, I recommend that people follow the Timeline Nutrition Instagram, or we're always putting out really great information, and check out the website. There's blogs written about, you know, the mitophagy, the ways to work this product into your daily life. So I just really encourage people to check those resources.
Absolutely. I mean, there's such good information, you guys. Like, if you like to nerd out, and I know there's a lot of nerdy peeps out there because you resonate with me. I'm super nerdy. There's such great information. They're always sharing. They're sharing their data, the clinicals. There's just such great information out there. Not out there on their site, on their blog. They have an amazing account. So make sure you go and you follow. Try it out. Even if you didn't win today, who knows? Maybe there'll be something else in the future. Either way, go check it out. Order your kit. Does Timeline break a fast? So. Not if you're using it by itself. So so not if you're using it.
The protein powder obviously would, because that has 20 grams of whey concentrate, but the berry powder and the capsules, no.
Yeah, berry powder capsules, and then the ginger doesn't, you know, especially if you're putting it in like a tea or something like that. So and there's information, you know, David Sinclair and I talk a lot about fasting, and so you'll find all of that in our Optimized Longevity information. You can go to that, and it tells you what type of things actually break a fast. And so in this case, these products don't, except for the protein product. So yeah, I'm really excited for you guys. I'm excited for you guys to try this new product. And if there's any other questions, or I would say send it to Timeline's Instagram account, and stay tuned, especially for the next hour or rest of the day. I don't know what you guys are getting at. So all right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Serena.
Great to meet you. It was so great to meet you, and I hope we get to hug soon.
Same, yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.